Hello again, everyone. Terry Earthwind over at Consortium, and I have Tushar Vakil with me. Tushar, thank you very much for hopping by and talking with us today.
Terry, thank you so much for inviting me. Glad to be here.
Now, you're out in India, though your consultancy is worldwide, and so Tushar, what are you doing?
Of course, everyone's trying to adjust to this new normal where social distancing, work from home, and we are no exception. But fortunately, I have been busy giving the debriefings of the 360-degree feedback that we had conducted before we started. 11 leaders spread across India. And so normally you would do this in person, but we are doing it over Zoom. And I believe we have added almost equal amount of value through Zoom as you would have done in person. Sometimes at work, when you are meeting with a leader, although you have set an appointment for an hour, there are so many interruptions, because they are in the office. But because they are working from home, surprisingly, if I count the average interruption for these 11 leaders, guess what? Much less and more focused. So that is one of the things that made me happy. Another thing that I have been doing is we have a client for whom we've already done the 360, and they're an IT client, and they have offices in Chicago, in Washington, D.C., and a couple of places in Europe. So we had 13 leaders, and they wanted to know as to what would happen after the debriefing and how would we do the coaching. So we had a fantastic interactive session over Microsoft Teams with them. So those are some of the things that have been keeping me busy. And other things are, of course, learning and content creation. So whenever you get a chance, that is something you can always do to keep up.
Absolutely. We've got to be thinking of new things all the time. Here's the consortium and what we're doing with these videos, showing people that not only can we put out content, we actually do something out here. And, you never know who that's going to resonate or how it's going to resonate with them. I had a recent reach out connection from one of these videos, and we had a delightful conversation, and that could turn into a client opportunity just from what was discussed in a 3-minute video. So having that is very beneficial, and it gives hope for people. It's like, okay, I'm listening to these really long recordings I don't want to listen to because they're just too long. Or I'm reading list after list after list of things that I should be doing or could be doing or whatever. So who's doing what out there, and what is the future going to hold for us as business people coming out of this pandemic and opening the front door and shaking the hand of our clients and customers coming back in? What is that going to represent, and how is it going to represent? What is changing in our thought patterns that's going to do that? Thoughts?
Yeah. So I think we all have to adjust to this new world, like it or not. And all the things we were used to doing can happen, in my view, only one of the two ways. First is a vaccine is invented and most of the world population has been vaccinated. So best case scenario could be 6 months or 12 months. And the other is we've already flattened the curve in some parts of the world. Other parts are dealing with United States, for example, a lot of deaths, a lot of spikes in cases. So once maybe 80% of the population is infected and their immunity takes care of it, and we take care of the elderly and who are at risk, at that point of time, we will have developed what I guess these gentlemen call it herd immunology. And so until then, we have to learn not to shake hands, keep social distance, work from home, use technology. And I think it'll sink in sooner or later.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Tushar, thank you very much for stopping by for us for our short chats here on Consortium. And I'm sure we're going to talk again. Thanks again.
Thanks. In fact, I met you through Dr. Oleg, and these kinds of things get people together. And I believe that's your specialty. So keep doing this fantastic work of inspiring people and connecting people, especially in these times of, should I say, craziness, uncertainty, fear, worries, and opportunities.
Absolutely. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Evolutionary, eve of illumination, healer, to end suffering, to start anew. Evolutionary Healer, LLC.